So, the definition is the act of introducing, of bringing something in somewhere, or the act of introducing someone into a place.
So in front of everyone too. Okay, and since I'm all alone, it would be a bit like doing it myself.
Yeah, no, but in the end, I don't really feel like doing an introduction for this video.
Oh yeah, that's true. I've heard some people say not having kids is the most eco-friendly choice. Let's see if that holds up.
Race car driver. Okay, so question, which pollutes more? Flip-flops? Working in an open space, is the brulette for bathrooms or motorsport? I checked her Wikipedia. She's been at it for 20 years. National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing IndyCar. And stock car aren't electric cars, at least not before 2022. About 150 liters per race. In the meantime, please. So to switch tracks, does she spend 48 hours driving with her equipment trucks across the United States?
Or does she take the plane?
I'm not sure that for her, not having children was the best choice for the planet.
Yes, but being a pilot gives her a platform to convince people to pollute less with their cars and not to have children.
Ah, like the arsonist who demonstrates the need for the forest by burning it down. I'm a genius!
I decided to not have children when I was around 20 years old. I was going to college at the University of California in San Diego, where I graduated with a degree in biology, specializing in ecology, behavior, and evolution. I remember being completely devastated by what I learned.
So, he had to pursue graduate studies in this field to realize that the exponential increase in population is a problem.
Fortunately, that's not the case for everyone. Cancer, it's not great, but being a doctor, that's your field of study.
Old mechanics are messy, right? I've been in the business 20 years.
Loans are money lent by banks that don't even have it to people who need it, just because it was created for them.
Yeah, I'm in finance. I already knew. My dad told me everything before getting me this job.
I decided on that day that I was not going to contribute to growing the Earth's human population.
If there had been one more pickle, the jar wouldn't have closed over my butt.
And I was 20 years old at the time, so obviously for the last 25 years, I've been hearing people tell me that I'll change my mind.
And that's a real problem. There has always been pressure from society and religions on women to have children.
Getting a woman pregnant allows us to keep her by our side so she can take care of us.
No pants? Looks like someone didn't do their job.
Marge.
I'm 45 now. I have not changed my mind, and I am even more satisfied with my decision.
It's probably too late, so just accept it. I'm joking, but honestly, there's no right or wrong. That's just how it is.
Burning children with gasoline. Hey.
In both cases, it's selfish. You have children for your own pleasure.
So you can have company to hit them with.
Or to make them work.
No, but what's with this snow cliche?
Fortunately, usually it's to give love, which logically contributes to the happiness of the one who gives it. And often, it's reciprocated. Not all the time. She
really burned. Mom, hey.
You either have children for pleasure or to avoid pain, essentially the same reason.
Not seeing your body deformed by pregnancy?
To keep your lifestyle. Beer crazy about women?
Or to commit 18 hours a day fully to your work.
These cliches make me laugh bitterly. It's clear Leilani Munter puts her career and life first. It's easier to hide behind an ecological, supposedly altruistic gesture than admit this acceptable but self-centered choice.
So it took humanity approximately 20,000 years to hit our first billion. That happened in 1806. It then took us only 126 years to reach our second billion, which happened in 1930.
1,806 plus 126 equals.
Then only 30 years to reach our third billion in 1960, and then just 14 years to reach our fourth billion. That happened in 1974, which was the year that I was born.
Ah, yes, it was to land on the year of birth. Boniface speech.
Since then, our planet's population has nearly doubled.
It's true that many things, like biodiversity, are rapidly declining. We're heading straight for the sixth mass extinction.
It's already too late, we can't avoid it.
except maybe with a little global pandemic.
And so, if we're going to preserve this planet and save the rainforest and save the coral reefs and save all of the beautiful, amazing animals and biodiversity that we have on this planet, we have no choice but to address the human population issue, because that is the driving force behind every other environmental problem that we face.
So maybe when we care about all this outside of action, the best thing to do would be to focus everything on education. First your own children, but possibly also others' children.
Well, exactly.
No, not by telling them, you shouldn't have kids later, it's bad for the environment. You got me. And why not even help raise awareness in other countries, both about the ecological aspect and population growth? Even though I know they're not ready.
But
who is really experiencing a population explosion? We don't need to impose our will on others. Yes, except like Bernard-Henri Lévy, to bring our peace and our democracy. Exactly. No, but what is this study? They're not even using the same units per year, per flight, per action. Where's the consistency? When you give up a gasoline car, it's not just for a year, it's for life. In 25 years, you're already ahead, just like with being vegetarian. Or maybe we should put give up having a child this year and give up having a child, but that's not really an action. It's hardly even in action. In that case, I could say I wanted 7 kids but only had 2, so I gave up on 5. Oh well, the mustard nannies made her look like a rookie. Because otherwise, with this logic of mixing everything together,
it is by far a greater impact than any of those other things, and that is because no matter how ecologically friendly you are to the earth.
Oh no, but not the guilt-tripping moral lesson. That only works on people who already agree. Even if you were as eco-friendly as possible, if you have kids, well, it's not, if...
You have kids?
You'll never be a real environmentalist.
I'm gonna get sterilized.
I'm vegan, I have solar panels on my house, it charges both my house and my electric car.
And that's it, here we are, people are giving themselves points. Good conscience, hashtag I'm better than you. Say what you want, but being vegan isn't that simple. You need time, resources, and to make sacrifices for solar panels, you need significant money and to own a house. Not everyone can afford an electric car, like a Tesla Model S, which costs nearly 100,000 euros.
Well, it's true that maybe she didn't pay for it, maybe it's a sponsorship deal.
Driving an electric car during the week and racing stock cars on weekends is total cognitive dissonance. We're just dealing with bourgeois concerns.
All these things are great things, but let's be real, there's no way for a human to live on this planet without having a carbon footprint and creating some pollution. So the best way for us to reduce it is to have smaller families or no children.
Ah no, the best way is suicide, as this study shows. Hey guys, did you forget about the global pandemic like in 12 Monkeys?
I believe that more and more people are making the choice to be child-free. As people learn about this issue, as we talk about it more, as society accepts going child-free as an alternative, as an acceptable choice.
It's mainly that our Western society puts individualism on a pedestal.
Wow, modern society, but...
As a result, living for oneself becomes standard. Is having a child a marketing strategy? Cute kids' Instagram photos and YouTube videos do work well. You can get unlucky, but with little dogs, you choose them in the store, so you know you'll get cute ones.
So I think it's been an adjustment for society to start accepting that not only should this be an accepted option.
Definitely a valid option and a good thing. It's a personal choice for a woman and her partner, or her partner, but still, or by herself. Or a man or a non-binary person if they have a uterus.
But it should be the preferred option given what humanity is facing right now.
I don't think so. Especially since the people in this movement really think that only women in developed countries should be encouraged not to have children anymore. Even with a stable population, the demographic index is still tied to the country's development level. Only China and its one-child policy have contradicted that. So, to be truly effective, developing countries and those that are still struggling would need to stop having so many children.
No, the white Western man started polluting and should be punished. Anyway, even if all the women in developed countries stopped having children, it would have almost no impact since we already don't have too many children. But most importantly, our system prioritizes growth. The slave labor they could no longer find here, capitalism would go directly to get it where that resource is inexhaustible. We don't change our tune overnight for no reason. Our puppet, our president. Immigration is used to cut labor costs and raise unemployment, then opposed once it's no longer needed. Large families increased in areas where they had become rare, distancing from infant mortality and creating space at home. Maybe this could even boost demographics.
I don't have any children. I'm not going to have any grandchildren. I don't have future generations of my own to be looking out for. But I chose not to have children because I know that will help the future generations. This world will be a better place if it's less crowded.
Let's imagine everyone aware of our planet's issues forms a group and decides to educate each other not to have more descendants. When the group is gone, only those who don't care about the issues will remain. No, I thought idiocracy was just fiction. Wait a second, little butterfly. The worst part is that when I read all the hateful comments she got under her video, I think to myself that just like in idiocracy, the defenders of large families aren't exactly the brightest in their group. Seeing those with different beliefs disappear by not having children is, in a way, the end of a material ideological enemy.